Okay, here's a video on my welding robot. It's a Yueda from China. I just zeroed it. This is the zero mark for it. It's got witness points. Now that one right there that I found, right there, it's not correct. The one you go by is this little hash mark right here. See a hash mark right there? That's the one that lines up. Then there's another mark back here on this axis. Up there on the top, there's another mark right up in there. Then there's a mark here. Okay, what you do is you jog it to all these marks. That's the way to find zero calibration, which in turn is actually mastering the robot. So it knows where that point is, where the weld tip is to weld. And on this model here, I'll take you out of the screen. But right here, this is a program that I have wrote. For mastering though, go here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but right there, that opens up the factory, administrator, and operator. On this particular robot, I got to sign in as administrator. And right here is where you'd actually sign in. And then I got to put my password in. And down here, once you got the password in, you click OK. And right here, I'm successfully signed in. So this screen here, I want to close it. And they speak China over there. I couldn't understand hardly anything they were sending me. I've watched many YouTube videos, and a lot of the videos are just people I can't understand too good. There's some school videos online on YouTube that I've watched. They were pretty good, but they were not for this model robot. They were for a Fanuc. And I own a Fanuc too. That is one I trained on originally. It's real old. The batteries went dead in it. I lost the master. This particular robot has been sitting for a while too. It's got rechargeable batteries in it, where the old Fanuc has just regular D-cell batteries. So it was real easy to lose the master on it, or the calibration. I'll turn you back around here. The batteries also, they are in the compartment right here. So you remove that out, that compartment, open it up, and the batteries are in there, but they are lithium ion that are the actual controller charges it. And in the controller, right here's the computer in the controller. I also had to replace the battery in it. There's a battery for memory in it. It's a button type battery, which was no big deal. Of course, on button type batteries, you have to weld the terminals on them. You cannot solder; they will blow up. But anyway, back to the robot. I've jogged it to all the witness points, and on the screen right here, you got your main settings are all up here. Okay, you go to pre-run, 0 point, and it gives you your axes and your points. Okay, I have already mastered this. That's why I've got zeros all down in here. But what you have to do is actually click on this 0 point, and it gives you, if you want to zero everything out. I've already zeroed it. And then you got the return, So you could check it, you can run it, check it, and see if it returns correctly. Okay, you want to do all the mastering in joint mode, which is a joint mode, Castaigne, user, and tool. So you do everything in the joint mode. So you're gonna move the whole robot to joint mode. In each joint, that's where you line up everything. Okay, now it has a rear safety button on the back. I'm gonna close that out. That I have got a rubber band over, and it's so my motors are still engaged. Now I'm gonna joint mode it. I'm gonna joint mode down to my pin right here. This is how you tell if you've got it mastered. So on joint mode, let's see, it says Y mode. So I'm gonna come down in Y. See, I'm only moving the joints at this point. And then the X mode will go right and left. The right, well, that was actually left. And then the Z mode, it gives you the up and down. So down at A, B, and C, they actually control the joint out where the welding tip is. So I'm gonna jog this all around to get it on my point right here. I have to be careful because I don't want to crash it. You know, anybody that does this, they're going to eventually crash something if you're just learning. So let me keep it going. I'm gonna get this down to my point, and you have to find the happy place that you like, basically. Now I'm running the Y and Z at this point to get it to that point. And then right down here, I can speed it up and slow it down. So you can see here I'm at 20%. So I'm going to slow down to 5%. And that will allow me to get closer in on the tip of this. I'm getting close to the tip. I mean, it just takes practice. It's nothing real hard about it. So I'm pretty close to the tip. I'm gonna go ahead and make my final adjustment right here. Okay, now once you've gotten it to that, this is how you're going to tell if you have got the robot calibrated or mastered. So you're going to come down here, you're going to take it out of joint, you're going to go to Castaigne, and that actually gives you a X, Y, and Z position. You can see it right here. So what you're going to do is go to the A, B, and C, which actually control the welding head. And what you want it to see it do, when you get it to that tip, I'm going to press A now, A positive. I'm going to speed it up to 20%. You see how it's not altering from the actual point there. I'm going to return it back. Now here we go with B. And here we go with C. See, the whole head's turning. It's staying on the point. I've had this robot now for about 4 years. And I finally got the people in China to send me a video on how to actually master it. It was mastered when I got it, or calibrated. And when the batteries went dead, I lost that. I haven't been able to weld with it. I've had problems with communication problems with China, but now I feel like that I'm going to be able to get this thing up and going. I just did build this big table. So, and then here is some welds that I actually test welded with. And this was welding before it was actually calibrated. So I'll do a few more. This is actually my robot cell, my robot lab. So I'm going to do some more videos as I'm training it and teaching it where I want to weld, what I want it to weld. What I would like to do is get it to start welding these kind of frames up. And they do also sell a positioner that I can add to this, and where it would be, let's see. Okay. This was one of the problems I also had a lot of problems with, the welding management. It gives you 6 different welders that you can actually hook up to. We're hooked up to this anti-lock welder. Go back to that welding technique. And this also has a laser tracking you can add to it. Welding settings. This one I had a great bit of difficulty to it, but there's another video online of a robot very similar to this one, and it's through Rice Automation. And watching some of his videos, it helped me with doing that. So here's the I/O setup, and you can see right here, this is where my state, remote, state, and moving. I've got the module and the ports all set up there. Settings. Okay, this gives me my I/O devices. Okay, and then on this particular one, this is my folders where I have saved my programs. This is a program I've recently did, so I can go there. This is the program that actually came with the machine when I bought it. So let's open it, and there it is. Okay, it gives you a lot of the ideas here to where you can program the B's, Q's, and T's and stuff like that. Go back to my other program. I just called this test weld, and if I wanted to change the name of that file, I can do it right up here. So you see right here, rename. Once I hit rename, I can rename that file at the top. It would pop up, and I've got it as test weld now, so I can rename that file to anything I want. Let's get out of this. Okay, now let's pull back up my program, and maybe somebody can help me with this part here. All right, let's see. I'm gonna come down here, and I'm gonna add an arc start right after that, arc start, and then this gives me an arc start edit. So I've been editing this, and this is one of the best ones that I have welded with here. So you know, I've been playing with these. I've got S, which I think stands for seconds, I don't know, and then initial current 200, and the A I believe is amps. Initial voltage 15 I believe is volts. Okay, you see what and then here's welding current 150 amps, 20 volts. And then all of this, I've got pre-gas 1 second, post-sending gas 1 second. And what that does is allow it to stop 1 second before it starts welding and send gas. And then when it ends the weld, it stops 1 second, still sending gas, and then stops welding. Okay, but now since I've got it calibrated, I don't know if it's going to run this program. I'm going to go ahead and take out arc start. And I'm taking out arc start out. And this was another question I got, maybe somebody can help me with. It's weave. And this, I learned this from the Rice. Edit, and I got it as sine wave, so it's supposed to weave side to side. I've just left all of this 0 in angles and degrees, and then I found out the swing frequency worked better on 2.3 hertz, and I've got it swinging 1.5 millimeter to the left, right. 2.5 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter on both. No hold times, and I found out this worked the best for weave for me. Okay, that's going to be all for today on this one. So the videos that they sent me, the controller is a little bit different. They have a side knob here now. They have a little different layout on the screen. But it's the same thing, it's just got a little different bells and whistles. So that's going to be it for right now. Thanks for watching.